So Walmart and Target just sent an urgent warning to America. Empty shelves, skyrocketing prices. It's about to hit way harder than you even think. At a secret meeting with Trump, Walmart and Target CEOs warned that these 145% tariffs are about to wreck supply chains, and not in months, but in weeks. Stores are running out of stock fast. Walmart gets 60% of its products from China, and Target 50%. And guess what? Backup inventory, there's only a couple weeks left. Shipments from China to U.S. ports have already plunged 64%. Orders are getting canceled, shelves will be empty, or prices will double. Everything is about to cost way more. Groceries, clothes, electronics, everything you need will either cost way more or disappear altogether.
You don't have to lower prices if there's nothing to mark down. What a genius move. And he's actually going to be saving people some money because there's literally going to be nothing on the shelves to buy. Now, I hope you don't actually need these items in your day-to-day lives, but what a genius move. Empty ports, empty shelves, Trump tariff battle that he's losing terribly is set to hit home soon. By the middle of May, thousands of companies, big and small, will be needing to replenish inventories. Giant retailers such as Walmart, Target told Trump in a meeting last week that shoppers are likely to see empty shelves and higher prices. Apollo Management's chief economist recently warned of looming shortages. He knows something about that, doesn't he? It's just going to go away. Remember that? It's just going to go away. But this is what winning looks like. This is greatness.
I've been walking around this house confused as hell since I've been back from the grocery store. I just spent $78.39 and nothing can go in my mouth or my belly. Bitch, I'm finna take this shit back. Let me show you guys what I got. I've been trying to figure out if I've been got. Nothing here can go in my belly at all. While I was at the register, I kept looking to see if I was scanning things more than once. I stopped at my car. I said, this can't be right. Now I'm home and I just carried in 3 bags that I could have brought in on my bad shoulder, my bad arm. And I said, this is not lining up. What did I get? What the hell type shit is this? This is all I got. This all I got. What is this? Now, I got 1 potting mix downstairs. I'm ready to put up the buggy. I see this hanging off at the side. So this one was free. Do you think I was going to walk back in there and say, hello, sir? I forgot to pay for this. I made it outside. Okay. So this one was on the side. Didn't see it. I just said, I don't know. I feel like things are missing from my cart. I'm pulling off, about to go about my business. Why do I see my earthworm casting outside? Nobody ran over it, no nothing. I picked that bitch up because this one was free too. If you think I was gonna go back inside and volunteer, my receipt is $78.39 and I don't have anything to eat. And I bought a case of water for $3. You think I was gonna go back inside and offer up my money? I gotta take something back.
Hey y'all, so do you guys see this? These shelves at Walmart are literally empty. And no, this isn't some old footage or a closed down store. This is happening right now. And it's all because of these new tariffs. Prices are going up, supplies are cutting out, and now even basic things are nowhere to be found. Like, how are we supposed to shop when half of the stores look like this? How? If you've noticed the same thing where you live, comment down below because I really want to know how widespread this is. But yeah, let's keep watching because it actually gets worse.
Would you look at that? There are a few things to thank Walmart for, but we might have to thank them for finally settling this debate. After all is said and done, who really pays for tariffs? See, Walmart, like a lot of American retailers, is getting caught in the current tariff tantrum being thrown by our toddler-in-chief. And instead of Walmart's billionaire owners or shareholders asking the toddler-in-chief to maybe reconsider these tariffs, they decided to go to China because somehow they thought that that would be easier. The tariff on all Chinese imports was doubled to 20% as of last week, and Walmart gets a lot of its products from China. Of course, this is putting a lot of pressure on businesses because prices are increasing, just like we said they would. So Walmart decided that it would ask some of its Chinese vendors to pretty please help cover the tariffs by dropping their prices by as much as 10%. Yeah, they asked the Chinese vendors to pay for the tariffs. What do you guys think? Did they say yes? Yeah, no. No. Not only were they like, yeah, that's your problem. Chinese authorities warned that they might take further action if Walmart didn't quit trying to bully their vendors for their lunch money. Because as the exporters, tariffs are not their responsibility to pay, despite what the billionaires want you to believe. So barring Chinese vendors deciding out of the kindness of their hearts, I guess, to take on the brunt of these tariffs and lowering their prices even further. Remember, the reason Walmart buys from them is because it's cheap thanks to razor-thin margins. Walmart is either going to have to just eat the additional 20% cost for most of their products, something their shareholders, I'm sure, would love, or, come on, we know this one. That's right. The cost will be passed on to the consumer. And you, it turns out, will be paying for the tariffs after all. If only someone could have seen this coming.
Welcome to Walmart, sir.
Thank you, Jeeves. This place is so much more bearable since tariffs drove off all those pesky peasants. Oh, new phones, 2,500. Jeeves, get two. We'll get one for the 6-year-old. Vanilla, $46? Ah, yes, we tariffed Madagascar. I forgot we punished those freeloaders. Avocados, 3 for 25? Get it, Jeeves. Let's eat some avocado toast in front of the millennials. Rub it in, they can't afford it anymore. Why do the socks only go up to the ankles?
I believe it's for athletes, sir.
Well, I guess I can use it while I walk around my yacht. Let's use the self-checkout, Jeeves. I can't bear eye contact with the working class today.
Watch out, sir. A poor person.
A poor person here at a Walmart! Incredulous! Shouldn't you be at a $5 tree?
Shortages are coming. The CEO of huge corporations such as Walmart, Target, Home Depot has had to sit down with the principal to talk about the devastation that it will leave this country. But not only that, they are warning that, and mind you, Walmart is one of the largest employers in our country, in America. And they are warning that the shelves will become empty. What they're saying is that they privately was warning Trump that this trade war and this market slump that we are experiencing with his tariffs and his trade policy could disrupt the supply chain and raise prices, which would also cause shelves to be empty. However, there is such a bigger picture to this. This will cause a hit on America by $2 trillion, and it will affect the U.S. economy. Now, what happens is empty shelves will lead to no sales, okay? With no sales will cause massive layoffs. With the massive layoffs will become no unemployment rate will spike, and then we will begin to see the recession. That is what is getting ready to take place. If these tariffs continue, shelves will be empty. Prepare your families. If you guys have not been preparing for the last 3 years, since the C in the number, we've been telling you guys that this was coming. Amazon has already spiked their prices on about 1,000 products across their site already. So it is already hitting and affecting your major retailers. Now, with this, it's not just going to affect those who don't have much. It's going to affect everyone. Now, the MGM Las Vegas is also being affected heavily. It is being said that they have been quietly begin layoffs to employees. Now, the business is slumping because of the tariffs and the trade war. Las Vegas lives on tourism. I don't know if you've ever been, but that is what Vegas is about. It's about the tourism. However, this again is resulting in judgment. The greed and the god of this world is money. Corporate greed has been out of control. Not only that, AT&T and Verizon is to pass tariffs on their customers, and they're being forced to pay more money because of the tariffs. This is going to hit every sector of our lives and every single person. The reason why the major companies, your major corporate companies are concerned is because the effects that it will have on their business. Once those tariffs go higher and goes into effect, it's going to cause for mass layoffs. I mean, nothing in shelves, meaning people are not going to be buying, which means a lot of companies will have to close their doors. This is not a small thing. Prepare your family for the empty shelves because it's coming. Number one, because the Bible has prophesied that it will be a famine. There are at least 3 major things that has already hit the headlines this past week that is confirming Bible prophecy. We are upon a lot of what we see in the book of Revelation, and famine is going to be one thing that hit this country. We must pray and trust God in this season. This is not a scare tactic. This is what we see, what is happening, what is to come. They've already are saying that a lot of the trucks, they're seeing less and less trucks in LA at the ports. We have been on a 30 days of prayer. The Lord instructed me last month to go on the 30 days of prayer. We are ending it on the 29th of April. And the reason why God spoke to me the 30 days of prayer, he showed me that there were major things that was going to take place in the month of April, and they have happened. These things are coming to pass. And those of us that will pray and seek God and cover our families, we will be covered. We don't have to worry. We will go through some things. We will experience things. But we have God. We know that the Father looks out for those who seek after him. But these things must come. These things will happen. And regardless of people saying, oh, it'll never happen, we thought we wouldn't even be here. Y'all showed it. Y'all didn't know all this was going to happen, did you? Y'all thought all this is here. So prepare your families. Do not prepare your families. Don't take this lightly. As God sends warning through his people, listen. Do not harden your heart, but listen to the word of God and get in that book and read it for yourself, because things are speeding up very fast and things are happening very quickly. Get to them stores. Don't be overdoing it. Save some for the rest of the saints and the ain'ts. The ain'ts needed too. Get to them stores. Begin to use wisdom and prepare your family.
Walmart just gave the middle finger to the United States of America. Well, technically, I feel like they gave the middle finger to President Donald Trump, but we, the citizens of the United States of America, got a little bit of that middle finger also. The big 3 is what I'm going to call them right now. The CEOs of the big 3, which are in essence Walmart, Target, and Home Depot, all met with White House officials over the last week to discuss what they think is going to occur because of the tariffs that President Trump has put into place throughout, numerous countries that these big 3 rely on for imports for their stores. Okay. So they met with the White House officials and they said, listen, these tariffs, they're not looking good. It's going to end up costing the customers, meaning you and I, the customers of these stores, once again, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, is going to end up costing these customers a lot of money because the tariffs and the prices are going to go up and whatever else. And they're like, we're going to have to raise the prices. We're going to have empty shelves. There's going to be, pandemonium, basically. They're trying to make it feel like we're about to have COVID 2.0 is what we'll call it. That's how they're saying the stores are going to end up looking in the coming weeks or months because of the tariff wars going on between President Trump and numerous other countries. China being the main one, obviously, because Walmart is basically packed floor to ceiling, wall to wall with stuff made in China, numerous other countries as well, but China is its main supplier. Home Depot, I guess a lot of stuff from Home Depot comes from China as well. Same thing for Target. But you have Walmart specifically saying that they are going to do something about this. Except they're not. They're not going to do something about this in the sense of anything that's going to be helpful for us here in the United States of America. What they are going to do, though, is invest $6 billion into new stores, meaning Walmart Supercenters and Sam's Clubs. And what is this other one that they have? Bodega or Herrera. Obviously, I have no Spanish accent here. And then Walmart Express. They are going to invest $6 billion, which is equivalent to basically 125 billion pesos, into Mexico and Central America instead, to build new shopping centers for people there, which will then give new jobs and new everything else. And that's great for Mexico and Central America. But my thought process here is because, yeah, I'm selfish when it comes to wanting the best for our country. Other countries, obviously, they deserve to have great things as well. But when Walmart goes to the White House, when the CEO of Walmart goes to the White House to speak to the White House officials to say, hey, listen, President Trump is hurting the people of the United States of America, and we're going to have to raise our prices, and then makes it seem like there's nothing they can do to keep it so that the people here in this country who have basically kept Walmart afloat since it started, thanks to the founder, Sam Walton, when they say that and then they turn around and spend $6 billion to build in Mexico instead of spending $6 billion in the United States of America to find ways to be able to have product that comes from here, made in America, so that they're not having to pull from China or these other places, it kind of pisses me off. It makes me personally want to boycott Walmart and say, F you, Walmart. If you're going to give us here the middle finger, I'm going to give 2 of them right back to you. Because how can you go to the White House and complain that the president's tariffs are going to cause heartache for you here in the U.S. and then...
You can't make this up.
We are also reporting today that a group of CEOs of the top American retailers, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, and Lowe's, had a private meeting with Trump on Monday. They had plenty to say, but there was one warning that stuck out. Empty shelves, they said. Empty shelves in American stores as soon as this summer because of Trump's actions.
It is that meeting in the Oval Office on Monday that we learned about, and other reporters did as well, that really apparently caught the president's attention. And I am told that business leaders, the Business Roundtable and others have been reaching out to White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles and other advisors here, trying to get a meeting with the president, trying to convey to him in real terms the real fallout of some of this uncertainty, some of these tariff policies. And it was that empty shelves comment, we are told, that really caught the president's attention. Of course, you can see why. The whole idea that we would have interruption in the supply chain, sort of like we all saw in the pandemic, simply because of his policies, is something that would be difficult for the White House to endure. So that is one of the reasons we are told that he changed his posture. It's interesting.
So what Donald Trump has done is just given every single one of his supporters a crash course lesson in what tariffs are and how they actually impact them. The Democrats were right. We were telling you all this was a bad economic policy for Donald Trump to do. And it literally took the CEOs of those companies to meet with him and look him dead in his eyes and say, sir, if you keep this up, there will be empty shelves. And that thought made him realize that all of his lies were finally going to be revealed to the American people. Could you imagine him telling everyday Americans that egg prices have came down 93, 94% while the shelves are empty?
For some chips, it's crazy. Wow. And then for the read it. $28. There's some cheese though. Oh, ain't no way. $8. $6. When have watermelons been $8?
It took Trump meeting with Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, and Target to realize that tariffs are going to raise prices and cause empty shelves. And that's what scared him enough to bend the knee and pause the tariffs.